Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while since my last video. I apologize. I know I probably lost any of the viewers that I had originally, but you know, whatever. Okay, so if you can see by today's title, we are going to be reviewing and just using all Maybelline products. I've got a bunch right in front of me, so we're just going to do a full face using just Maybelline products. And yeah, it should be fun. I had to go to 2 different stores because I went to Jewel because I had a gift card and they didn't have everything there, so I had to go to Walmart and Target and a few other places to get everything that I needed. And I actually got doubles kind of different products, so we'll just go through that. We'll do a full face. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. Alright, so I zoomed you guys in just a little bit so you can see everything that I'm putting on my face. So to start off with, we are gonna be priming the skin. I got the Master Prime Primer and Base Blur and Pore Minimizing Primer. It looks like this. If you guys see that I'm looking over on that side, it's because I have my viewfinder over there. So it's a little bit like silicone-y consistency, I guess. It's pretty nice. It feels nice. It feels really smooth. So we'll see how it does in terms of what it claims to do, which is blurring and pore minimizing. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if it really pore minimizes, but it does feel nice. It's not tacky like I like my primers to be, but we'll see how everything else goes on the skin. So next product is the foundation. I had this one. This is the Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Foundation. It does have SPF 50 in it, and this is in Classic Ivory, which might be a little too light, but let me just no, I think it should be fine. So the only issue I have with SPF foundations is that my eyes tend to get very sensitive to any SPF. So I tend to, because I have used this before, and I tend to just kind of go around my eyes and then, you know, just use concealer or whatever else around there, because it really does just irritate my eyes, and I really don't like that. So I think this is good, the color. So it says it's full coverage, and like I said, I have used this before. So I honestly would say it's medium to full. I wouldn't say full, because it doesn't like right away just kind of, it doesn't like just make it flawless or anything. So I would, if you want a full coverage with this, I would layer it up quite a bit. But other than that, I think it's, from what I've, you know, experienced so far, it's pretty good. Alright, so that's the foundation on. I like it. Like I said, it's not full coverage, which is fine, but like if you can see over here, I've got some blemishes that aren't completely covered up. They kind of look pretty prominent with this foundation, but you know, you can always use concealer or whatever else to cover that up. And I also would say you can build this up, so it is pretty buildable. It does give a nice coverage once you do, you know, layer it on. Jesus, tough morning. Alright, so the next product we have is the concealer. And for concealer, I got the Age Rewind Eraser, and I got it in the shade Neutralizer 150. I heard very good things about this. I've never used it personally, but I've heard that it's like amazing, so we'll see how it goes. I have Alright, so right away I noticed, at least under my eyes, or like under like here, it does kind of irritate my eyes a little bit. So this doesn't say, or at least I don't think it says, that it's got sunscreen in it, but it just kind of feels like there is, and it's kind of irritating my eyes, irritating underneath my eyes. And it does crease a little. So if you don't want it to crease, I would set it right away. But I mean, overall, I think it did a really good job. I think it brightened up this area quite a bit. So I'm probably gonna use this again. Alright, so for contour, I got 2 different products. They're actually, well, they're the same product, they're just like 2 different shades, but they're actually not cream contour, they're just foundation sticks. So this is the Fit Me Shine Free and Balanced Foundation Sticks. Then I got in the shade Coconut and Toffee. They look like this. I'm sure you guys have seen this already. And I like to use these. Now, again, I've had these already, so I kind of know how they perform. But I like these. I like to use them as my contour whenever I'm doing cream, because I think they blend out really nicely. And yeah, so I use the Coconut, which is the darker one, for my cheeks, kind of bronze it up a little bit, chisel it out. And then I use the Toffee Caramel one for my nose, so it's not as like warm on my nose. Alright, so like I said, you know, I've used this before, I know how it performs, so if you guys are thinking about trying this as your cream contour, I would highly recommend it. Now, again, like I said, this isn't my first time using this specific product, so I know, like I said, how it performs, how it does on my skin, so I really like it. I would highly recommend it. Alright, so next stop is going to be, usually I would put on powder to set everything, but I did buy this new product, at least it's new for me. It is, it is this Cheek Heat, I can't read, Cheek Heat, and this is the Sheer Gel Cream Blush. So I've never used this product before, I've never used anything like this, because I normally actually don't, like, I never wear blush, but I thought I'd try this, and this is in the shade Nude Burn. It looks like this. And yeah, so let's try this. Let's open this guy up and try it out. So it comes in this cute little tube like this, and I'm just gonna use my fingers, I think, for this, if I can open it. Alright, so on the skin it looks like this. It's very creamy, very like gel-like, but it looks pretty nice. I think I used a little bit too much, but we'll see. Like I said, I normally don't wear cream blush or blush at all, so this is pretty new for me, so I'm gonna be a little bit biased because I don't like blush. I don't know what it is about blush, but I just don't like it. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and kind of stamp it out a little bit. So I mean, it's pretty. Again, it's not my favorite. I don't like blush, so I mean, if you like blush, I think this would be a good product. And if you've ever used a cream blush or anything else like that, I would recommend it. But again, for me, it's gonna be a no. Alright, so next stop is going to be to set the face, and for that I got the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. It looks like this. I got it in the shade Fair Light. So we're just going to use that to set the under eye and anywhere that's going to crease. I'm going to use my beauty blender to do that. So far, I like it. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, but like it really does a nice job of smoothing everything out here. So I'm gonna have to use this again. So I tend to do this thing where I take a ton of product on my beauty blender and I just kind of go over my eyelids because I think it sets it really nicely. And then I'll just take a big fluffy brush like this and wipe away any excess that there were there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of the face with that same powder. Okay, so overall I really like this, the Fit Me powder. I think it really kind of smoothed my skin out. It looks really nice. You can't really see many of the pores. But yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to use it again. Okay, so next stop is going to be bronzer. And for bronzer I actually got two things because when I initially went to Jewel, I couldn't find any of the just like regular bronzer, so I ended up getting the Fit Me powder in the shade Coconut, and it looks like this. And this is just like, you know, the darker shade for darker skin tones. But you know, then I think I went to Walmart, yeah, and I found the City bronzer, which a lot of people seem to really like, so I think I'm gonna use that one instead today, just because it is actual bronzer, it's not just powder. So I'm gonna use that, and if I need any more, or if I need a little bit darker, because this is lighter, I'll show you guys. This is lighter than the just like the finishing powder. So this is the one I'm gonna use, and this is the darker one. So I'm gonna use this and then see if it works. If not, I'm gonna use a little bit of this. Maybe actually maybe I'll use this as kind of like a contour, and then this is as the actual bronzer. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, Alright, so to be quite honest, I think you can use this as a contour like I just did, but I would not, at least this shade, I would not use as a like all around bronzer. At least for me, I like it a little bit darker, a little bit warmer. But let me just fix my nose a little bit. Yeah, so let me just use the other one, the Fit Me, the powder, as my actual bronzer. so I really like the powder. Is it a little dark? Yes, but I tend to like that. I do have self-tan going, so I'm a little bit darker than usual, but other than that, I think these two are pretty good products. I like them both. Like I said, this one I would use for just like contour type thing, and then this one I would use as the actual bronzer. Alright, and then next up is highlighter, and I've seen this go around the internet so many times. I mean, I think Laura Lee, she raves about this. I think Tati has also used it, and a few other YouTubers. And this is the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. I got it in the shade Rose Gold. It looks really pretty, it looks really pigmented. So let me just open it up and swatch it for you guys. Because I actually didn't swatch it in the store, so I'm curious to see how pigmented it is. So it's right on the hand there. You know, I really wanted the more golden one, but they were out in both stores. So we'll see how this one performs. I don't have high hopes for this one specifically, but it is really soft. It is really like, feels really nice. So we'll see how it goes on the skin. Alright, so on the skin, it's not too shabby. Does give it a nice glow. Again, I picked like the pinky one, so this isn't like my favorite, but you know, it still does the job. It's still pretty blinding. I like it. I don't know. Obviously it's a personal preference, but if you like kind of that pink highlight, then I think you'll definitely love this one. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna actually quickly spray my face. This is not a Maybelline product. At either stores I went to, they did not have a setting spray, or at least they didn't have it there at the time. So I just went to Ulta and I picked up the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I have used this before. I've actually used the Jeffree Star one, which is really nice, but I got just the original. So I'm just gonna quickly spray my face. So I really like doing this before I do anything else, because if your face does look powdery or anything, this will really help it kind of blend seamlessly together and melt into each other. So I really like doing this. I would highly recommend it, but again, it's up to you guys. Yeah, I really like that one. I mean, I always like this. I mean, Morphe does really well with their setting sprays, so yeah. All right, well, next I'm gonna do eyebrows, and you guys won't know this, but I am not an eyebrow carver outer, if that's even like a thing. But like, I don't like carving out my eyebrows. I like it to keep it pretty natural. So for that, I got a pencil. I got the Brow Define and Fill Duo Natural Brows in the shade Blonde. It looks like this. And it has two sides, which I thought was pretty interesting. It's got the pencil side, which you fill in, and then it's got this like powder. I don't even know what this is. I think this is just kind of to set the pencil, but we'll see. So I just fill in my brows. I need to get them waxed a little bit or pluck them, but I just like to fill them out. I don't carve them or anything, because I have a decent amount of hair, I would say, on my brows. So I just like to keep them pretty natural. So just like that. I'm gonna do the other one. Let me just fix this one here really quick. And like I said, I don't like mine like super filled out or super carved, so I just kind of fill them out in their natural shape. This one's really bugging me. Okay. Alright, so I think overall this is pretty good. I would say if you are the type of person that carves out their brows, this is a pretty good product because the pencil, it's not like super waxy, it's really soft. You can easily just, you know, just make an eyebrow or whatever you guys do. So I would recommend this. I like it. I think I will keep using it. I'm using currently this like super cheap product which doesn't do much, but I normally on like a day-to-day basis don't wear a ton of makeup, so it works for me. But I think I will keep this one. I think it's really nice and I think I'll really enjoy that. Okay, so let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly add a little bit of highlight. Where's my highlighter pencil or her brush? I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly add a little bit of highlight on the brow bone, should I say? Okay, I've got that done. Let me just I'm gonna do lips first before I do the eyes. And for lips, I got two products. I got the Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Totally Toffee. It looks like this. I think this color would be nice to go with the Super Stay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. So this is the color of the lip liner. Dang, this is a nice lip liner. I don't know why, but all my experiences with lip liners have been really bad. Like they've been like super, what is it called? Like waxy? I look kind of crazy right now, but I like that lip liner. Let's get into the liquid lipstick. Now, there's some tea about this. Good tea, not bad tea, good tea. So when I was swatching these in the store, I swatched I think maybe like two. And I normally am not the type of person that wears liquid lipstick or lipstick in general because it just smears away when I eat, drink, whatever. So by the time I look in the mirror next, it's like all gone or is like super patchy. So I tend to stay away from lipstick. I just use, you know, lip balm or whatever. But this one, this is a game changer, to be honest. And I mean, I don't know if I'm sure there's others like this because this isn't like a new invention. But when I was swatching these in the store, I put them on my hand, you know, picked one, left, whatever. Came home, still there. Took a shower, still there. Washed my hands, still there. Did the freaking dishes, still there. And even now, I had to like scrub this off and you can still see a little bit right here. I literally had to scrub, I'm sorry for my nail, it's gross, but I haven't done this. This one like won't come off, so I gotta like match them, but it literally won't come off, which is awesome. So let's see how it does on my lips. I'm really bad at applying lipstick because my lips are non-existent. So it looks a little bit horrible, like right here. Maybe I can fix that a little bit later. So far, it's a little tacky, but I'm sure, you know, once it dries down, it'll be fine. But so far I'm liking it. I like the color, the shade's nice. Kind of feeling myself, to be honest. I know this kind of sounds like horrible, but with lipstick, normally don't wear lipstick, so this is really new for me. Alright, so let's get moving. Next stop for the eyes. I already prepped. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, so when I was looking for highlighter, let's just backtrack a little bit. When I was looking for the highlighter, I first went to Jewel. I picked up this Maybelline, the Glow Down. This is just eyeshadow, I think. Yeah, it's just eyeshadow. It's really pretty. It's like a gold eyeshadow, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, this will work for highlighter. But then when I went to Walmart, I ended up finding the actual highlighters. Let me see. Let me just use this really quickly on top of the highlighter that I already put on and see how it works. Oh, dang. Okay, actually, this shadow is actually, I said actually like 5 times. This shadow is much more pigmented than the actual highlighter. I'm liking it so far. The next stop is going to be the eyes. I picked up this eyeshadow palette. This is the 24K Nudes. It looks like this. It looks really nice. I'm a neutral kind of person, so these are up my alley. They are a little bit cool tone, so they're not like warm tone, but there's a few like this color here and this one up there. There's a little bit of, you know, variety, but we shall see what we can do with that. Let's start with crease color, and I'm gonna be using my Morphe brushes. I have literally the only brushes that I use, except for like a few of like the bigger brushes, like the fluffy brushes. I use Morphe because I think they're the best. They last the longest. They blend out the best. So Morphe, if you want to sponsor me, using your brushes. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with, I don't think they have shade names. They don't have shade names, but the interesting thing is on the back, I don't know if you'll be able to see, on the back here, they show you like different ways that you can kind of use those colors together. So I think that's really nice. There's quads, trios, and duos. So if you want to use 4, 3, or 2 different colors, they'll show you how, or which ones pair really nicely together. So that's actually, I mean, I know how to do eyeshadow, but let's actually use, maybe let's, actually, I was gonna say we can use that guideline, but I'm just gonna do my own thing. So I'm gonna go into, there's a lot of like metallics, like sparkly shades, not a lot of mattes. There's like 1, 2, literally 3 mattes. So let's go into this shade right here, and we'll put that into the crease. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's go into this. Now this is a metallic, so, but let's go into this shade right here. It's darker. Okay, the only thing it's doing is depositing the like sparkly things, sparkles, whatever, on my lids. So let's go a little bit more drastic, and let's go into this deep kind of brown shade. This one right here. But normally you don't put like a dark shade like this as your crease color, but we had to do it. The colors are a little bit dry and a little bit chalky, but they're not bad. I mean, aside from those two that I used where there's literally like no pigment, like this one isn't bad. It's got a decent amount of payoff. So I think Maybelline actually has some better ones. I don't know why this formula, because I have used like their like, I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 shadows in one. They're like little tiny palettes. I have used those and they're really nice. So I don't know why there's like inconsistency with the formula. But yeah, I would beware. Okay, I'm gonna use a smaller brush. I'm gonna tap into this like purple color, like plum color right here. And I'm gonna put that kind of like here. Where are you, pigment? So there's a little bit, if you can see up close, just a little bit, but it's not a ton. The other thing is there's a whole ton of fallout. Like, I don't like this. Super patchy, they're hard to work with. I, to be honest, expected a little bit more from Maybelline. Okay, so we got a little bit of pigment. Not a ton. So much fallout, it's ridiculous. It's not like the end of the world because you can obviously swipe it away, but I've never had so much fallout before. You really have to build that color up, or actually most of them you really gotta build them up. I mean, like I said, they're not too bad. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to quickly run that purple again on my lower lash line. I'm actually gonna use a smaller brush. I'm gonna use the M515. Oh, by the way, the other one that I used for that other for the purple like on the outer third is M321. So I'm gonna just run that lightly underneath around my lower lash line. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. It works a little bit obviously better on the lower lash line because there's less product to maneuver. Okay, so on the inner part right here, I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna try this like pink color right here. I'm actually gonna use the little tiny brush thing that it came with. Actually, I think it was this one. This little tiny thing that it came with. Normally I don't use it, I just kind of throw it away, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna use it. Okay, that did nothing except destroy the purple. Okay, I'm gonna try using one of my brushes. I'm gonna wet it with the Morphe setting spray and see maybe if it works better when it's wet. I mean, kind of. It's just like super patchy. I don't know why. But I mean, it works. Okay. I think that's enough. I think we've done what we could do. Alright, so for the inner corner, I'm gonna use this light, like bone color that's in the palette right here. Swear to God. Their face products seem to like work great, and then their eye products like eyeshadow and stuff just don't work. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm gonna I don't recommend this like at all. I don't recommend it. It's pissing me off, to be honest, because it's not blending correctly. It's just not working. Okay, so instead I'm just gonna go ahead into the Master Chrome highlighter and use that. Okay, so for liner, I got the Lasting Drama black gel liner. I normally don't use gel liner, but I thought I'd give it a try. And because I look horrible doing it on camera, I'm gonna do it off camera, so I will see you guys when I have it on. Alright, so I got the liner on. It like went on pretty well. Like I said, I normally don't like gel liner or liquid liner. I just use the pencil and just kind of smooth it out, but I think this went really well. So normally I like my liner kind of, I don't know how, like diffused a little bit, so I'm gonna take a little brush and I'm going to smooth it out a little bit, diffuse it, and yeah. Smoke it out. That's the word I was talking about, or thinking about. Since the whole look is like dark, smoky. Shit. I messed up! This one's a little bit wonky, but we're gonna put on lashes, so it will be fine. My final thoughts on the eye things. I would not recommend the 24 karat nude palette. Not at all. I think it's horrible. I think it blends out terribly. I think the color payoff is horrible. So I think you could find so much better at a different brand that's still a drugstore. And even Maybelline has better ones too. So this one, don't recommend. What else? I think that was it. The eyeliner is good. And then we have mascara to go through. So I purchased the Colossal Big Shot Tinted Primer, which I guess is mascara. I don't know. It says it's a lash intensifying black fiber formula. It looks like this comes in this pack, but it looks like this. So we'll see how this one performs. I love their mascaras, so I have high hopes for this. The only thing that worries me is the fact that it has fibers in it, which you can see like right away when you take out the wand. I'll show you guys. Can you guys see like the fibers? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see how they apply. They apply well. To be honest, it didn't do much for my lashes. And I don't know why, but this is a little bit dry. But I do have to say their other mascaras are really nice, and I recommend those. Yeah, like it, I mean, it coated the lashes, but like it didn't do much. I don't know. I don't like it. I think the whole like fiber thing is kind of weird. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so I'm debating on whether or not I should put on lashes, because I think it looks good without lashes. I think it would take it to a whole nother level if I did put on lashes. Let me put them on and see how it looks. I don't think they had lashes there. I don't think Maybelline has lashes or makes lashes. I'm just gonna put on, I have two pairs. I have the Kiss lashes, the little black dress, and then I also have the Lily lashes, and this is in the style Orlando. So I have this one. I think this might be a little bit much. I think I'm just gonna try this one and see how it looks. First, I'm gonna spray my face. Okay, I will go put on the lashes because they're not Maybelline. I'm just gonna do them off camera and I will be right back. I got my lashes on. Like I said, I use the Kiss lashes. So let's just go through all the products I use and see if I like them, if I didn't like them, if I would recommend them or not. So the first thing is the primer. This is the Master Prime and Base. To be honest, like, I don't think it did much. Like, sure, maybe it blurred a little bit. I mean, I could still see the pores, and it claims to be pore minimizing, so I mean, I would say take it or leave it. I don't think it did much. I think it's whatever. And then foundation, I had this one already, so this is the Dream Urban Cover. I recommend this one. Again, if you have sensitive eyes or sensitive skin in general, I'd be careful with this because it does have SPF in it. And then for contour and a little bit of bronzing, I used the Fit Me Shine Free and Balance foundation sticks, coconut and toffee, I believe. Yeah, toffee caramel. I really like these. I've been using them for years, I would say, so I'd recommend these. Then for cream blush, this guy, I don't like it. I just don't think there's anything special about it. The color is nice, but again, not my thing. For powder, we've got the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I actually really like this one. I think it did a really good job of evening everything out, kind of brightening as well. So I like this one. I'd recommend this one. Oh, I forgot concealer. Concealer, the Age Rewind. I really like this. I think it did a really good job. It has a lot of coverage. I'm just looking at the mirror now. I think it looks really good. I think I would recommend it. Let's just say that. I like it, recommend it. I mean, there's also a lighter color as well. This is just the neutralizer, which I would recommend out of all of them. But if you want a lighter concealer, then get a lighter of these. Then for bronzer, I have two. I've got the City Bronzer, and then I've got the Fit Me Finishing Powder. This one, like I said, it was mainly for just kind of like a contour, and then this one I used for the bronzer, like to bronze up the entire face. I like them both. I would say, the only thing I would say is the City Bronzer is a little bit patchy, so I'd be careful, but I think you can work it into the skin. I think you can blend it out. I think it's fine. So both of them I really like. And then for highlighter, I picked up the Master Chrome. This is the pink one. I don't recommend the pink one unless you have a darker skin tone. I think it would look really nice in a darker skin tone as well as like a super light skin tone, which is why I wanted like a more bronzy tone, because I do have a self tanner going, so I'm a little bit darker than usual. But I think with my regular skin tone without tanner, this would look nice. And then I've got the single shadows, which I used as highlighter. This one's really pretty. I think it really intensified the highlighter, so I like both of them. Again, less of this one, more of this one. And then for lips, I have the lip liner, which I really like. It goes on really well, it's really smooth, really good color. For the liquid lipstick, I think it's a good color. The only issue that I'm having as like the longer I sit with it is it's very tacky. So my lips, I don't know if you could see it, they kind of stick together, which I really don't like. So I don't think I'm going to be keeping this one, but I like the lip liner. Then the eyeshadow, we have the 24K Nudes. Not a fan, like, whatsoever. I don't like this. I think it turned out really well, but it takes a really long time to blend and to even get like any color payoff. So I think there's so many better products, drugstore products out there that do a much better job than this. So I recommend going to those first before you get this. Let's see, what else did I have? The eyeliner, the Eye Studio Gel Liner. I really like this. I think it works really well. It came with this little brush, which is fine. I just used my own, but it works well. Then mascara, I have the Colossal Big Shot Tinted Primer. So this is considered a tinted primer, which I don't know why, but it worked well as a mascara. I don't really think it did much for my lashes. I don't think it lifted them. I don't think it made it like bigger, fluffier or anything, but I think it's, if you want like a no makeup look, I think this would be nice. And it does have the fibers, which I think is why they say it's supposed to be a primer. So, but again, I don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna be keeping it or repurchasing it. And lashes, I did, you know, my own lashes. So yeah, I think that was all the products. So overall, I think Maybelline has a ton of really good products, really affordable products if you are on a budget. So I would recommend going out and checking them out at Target, Walgreens, CVS, wherever they are. I would pick some up, try it out for yourself. I think it did really well. I'm liking the look, although I did, like I said, have a bit of an issue with the eyeshadow, but I don't think it was the end of the world. The other thing I have to mention about the eyeshadow, there was a lot of fallout, but unlike other fallouts, it doesn't stick to the skin, so you can easily just like wipe it away and it's totally fine. So, oh, I forgot, for eyebrows. For eyebrows, I got the Maybelline Brown Define and Fill Duo. This one in blonde. Perfect. I love this. I think I'm definitely keeping this because my other one is total shit, but I really like this. I didn't try the kind of the, what is it called? The powder part, but I think it also be, you know, really nice. But yeah, so I like this one. So overall, like I said, I really like everything. I would recommend everything except for the few products I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed doing it. I think all the products are really nice. And if you did like me or do like me, like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the red subscribe button down below. It really means the world to me. I'm new to YouTube, so anything, any likes, any subscribers helps a ton, like really does. And also, if you want to see any other one brand full face videos, or you know, just drop down the whatever brand that you want me to do next, and I will do that for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!